Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. Check back every day to hear great stuff that you may have missed. All you do is keyword podcast. Plus, stay connected with the show at Kiss108.com, keyword Maddie. Hey, good morning, everybody. 98 degrees is in the house.
Woo. Yeah.
Bill normally does his entertainment report here, but we moved him. We moved the entertainment report for 98 degrees, and now Bill is pouting. Bill,
there aren't many people I'd move it for.
Only
These guys,
for the big.
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We appreciate it.
So a lot of big celebrities in the room. Lisa's all excited.
I know.
Nick used to be a big.
Try to contain yourself, Lisa.
Nick was the big.
I'm
quivering.
Speechless.
Well, Nick was the lead star because of the TV show and the Newlyweds and all that, but he didn't win Dancing with the Stars, did he?
He
did not win Dancing with the Stars.
This is one way to start the morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's kind of
Two and I are going to be fiiting all day now. See what you started.
Which one did your mom, let's be real.
Oh, geez.
Which one did Mom like?
Wow.
There's
Therapy,
always
early morning therapy.
Yeah, I was the firstborn. So
Which one did?
But he's the baby.
Wait a second. Did you ask which one did their mom like?
It's me.
It was one of us.
Yeah, our mom's got a special fondness for Justin.
Okay.
Ooh, really? Is that true?
Touchy subject.
Oh, we're just.
He's stirring the pot.
No, we're not. We're telling the truth.
Weren't you the big football player?
I wasn't a big football player. I was a small football player.
You were a small football player.
Yeah, a small football player.
Well,
but I was a football player, though.
So then what happened? Then you just realized you could sing?
I just wasn't tall enough, fast enough, or good enough. and so that's
the big three right there.
Yeah,
that's 0 for 3.
Yeah, one of those would be a big strike.
How about
against
fast? Were you fast?
Very fast. 4.4. Ran a 4.4. I can claim the
4.40?
I ran a 4.40. Yes.
You know what that means?
Really?
Yes, I did.
Whoa.
A 40-yard dash. That's how they measure the speed of football players.
In pads?
4.4 is very fast.
No.
Wow.
On turf
That's
and
impressive.
shorts. Yeah, on turf and turf shoes and shorts. Yeah,
He's slowed way down
downhill.
well,
Yeah,
that's a whole lifetime ago, right there.
Turf, shorts, downhill, rocket pack.
On ice.
So, are you getting any sleep? How old's your baby, Nick?
8.5 months. Yeah,
Oh, so
no, he's a good sleeper though.
Yeah, he's got to be sleeping by now.
Yeah, he sleeps through the night. He's a good sleeper, so he's pretty easy.
And your wife is on Wipeout, which is probably the best show.
She actually isn't anymore. She's
off Wipeout?
She is. She just booked
Did she
booked the new
Wipeout?
Seth MacFarlane pilot. Good Boston Boy. So, yeah, she's gonna be doing that in the fall, called Dads on Fox.
That's cool.
Yeah, nice. So what does she play? A mom?
She plays the wife of one of the main characters. Yeah.
Wow. Now you could chill, man.
Yeah. I'm retiring.
That's my dream.
After this
Always
tour,
want the
I'm
wife
done.
to make some money. Enough. How much more can you do?
That's what I told her. I said, when are you going to start pulling your weight around here? Go out and get a job.
Exactly. Oh, my God. A day doesn't go by. I don't say that. And then I find myself sleeping in my car.
After you've been hit with a frying pan.
So anyway, we were talking to the fellas before we went on the air that they're on stage tonight with the New Kids and Boys to Men, and the New Kids just did the big Boston Strong event, which I was lucky enough to be asked to be part of, and what a great night that was. Very emotional, because you guys can imagine. I mean, the town is attacked like a terrorist attack in our city. I mean, that's just the whole city was. I don't know if you heard all the stories.
I think the whole country.
We followed it very closely, and we like I was telling you off the air that John showed us the next day. We did the Today Show the next day, and John showed us the footage, and it looked incredible. It was packed. We have a lot of friends here at Boston. In fact, some of my close friends set up this interview, and it was just it was a devastating occurrence, and for us to be here talking about it, and we wish we could have been at that event as well, but we had some prior engagements, or we would have been there.
Right.
Too.
Well, it was the combination of the obvious thing of Monday and all the people that were terribly hurt, and some people were killed. But then the following Friday, when they found the guys, but then they got loose, and they literally locked the city down. Yeah. No one went to work. Yeah. They said that he's on the run. We don't know where he is.
Well, obviously, I mean, for all of us who watched it on television who don't live in Boston, it was pretty traumatic. I can only imagine how it was to be here in this community when all that was going on.
And it's also interesting that when the New Kids were here, they were very poppy, and their music, and the rocker guys made fun of them. Nobody does anymore. It's really interesting. It's a completely different mindset with the New Kids, where they were I think I might have been one of the ones that made fun of them back in the day.
Yes.
I know I was. I was in 9th grade and jealous as all get up. You know what I mean? Like every girl that I knew had their sleeping
and the guys hated them.
Totally.
I was
Pillowcases.
Lunchbox.
For those guys to be continuing to reinvent themselves, you know, it's almost 30 years.
It's amazing. No one's laughing at them now.
They're killing
Nobody.
it.
But the community's got to be really proud of them,
Exactly.
especially when they lend their popularity and their influence to put something together like Boston Strong and be a part of that. So, you know, there's a tremendous amount of pride I know here in Boston for those guys. We felt it last night in the arena. I mean, there's to play Boston with the New Kids on their tour is pretty special.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night tonight.
Yeah,
it's going to be
a lot
crazy.
of fun. A lot of fun.
And Boys to Men, right?
Yeah, they're amazing.
Man, sound amazing
fans.
every night when they're warming up.
So when
in
you
their
guys
dressing rooms.
tour, do you change who goes on, what the order you go on?
We've been sticking with the same order so far, at least. It's Boys to Men, and then it's us, and then obviously the New Kids close the show.
Yeah, I mean, that was something, though, that we always talked about the whole time. It didn't matter who went on first on this tour. I mean, it could be us, could be Boys to Men. I mean, obviously, New Kids aren't going to go on first, but, you know...
in this town, they're not.
Well, in general.
Not in this town.
One of the biggest groups in the history of music. But, you know, there's so much respect between the three groups for what everybody's accomplished. It doesn't really matter. There is literally no ego on this tour among the artists. Management, maybe, but the artists, you know,
which is rare, by the way. I mean, we've all been a part of tours where people, you know, are full of themselves and bring all that stuff to the table, and it's hard to deal with. And you know, as Drew said, on this tour, everyone is just cool as can be. We all get along great, really respect each other. So it's a great atmosphere backstage and on stage.
Yeah, back when we first got together and announced the tour, I mean, we were just laughing all day. I mean, all the guys and all the groups are just a lot of fun, and we just started off having a blast.
Oh, I bet.
You know, though, a lot of your fans are now old ladies now. Is that a problem for you?
They're not.
It's all relative.
New kids.
But now,
new
they
kids.
bring their kids, so you actually get
there you go.
You get 2 for 1.
That's
You
even
can sell
better.
2 tickets.
I don't know. My interns are pretty young, and they were thrilled to
Oh,
see
absolutely.
It's what's interesting about our group, which people have a certain connotation about our fans and how old they are. We did a lot of stuff with Disney and Nickelodeon. We did a Nickelodeon tour. So we actually had fans when we were doing this before that were like 8, 9 years old.
Right.
We had some really young fans. So it's surprising to us. And
they're 21,
they're
22
young,
now.
They're still young, yeah.
Well, we had a girl that was at 4 straight shows. Her mom was a huge fan. She saw her first 98 Degree concert when she was 3 years old.
Are you,
Oh,
don't go to,
nice.
are you going to go to a
16.
Are you going to go to a creepy place?
No, that's not creepy at all. It's
You're a
not
married
creepy.
man.
All right.
Creepy places, just
All right,
not on the air.
Jeff's the father of this.
You're a dad. You really need to stop now.
No, but it's cool. It's cool to see like there's a new generation that's being exposed to what we do and exposed to our music and obviously the New Kids and Boys to Men's music as well. So it's a cool dynamic to see it kind of pass down to another generation. It's
do you have that little when you guys go out and
Pitch pipe?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
We used to. Justin used to carry a pitch pipe because we started off singing a cappella. None of us played instruments that would be. We all played instruments, but not that would lend themselves to this
guitar,
band.
keys.
Yeah, we played horns and stuff, drums and stuff like that. But Justin used to carry the pitch pipe. Then we just started getting acclimated to the keys of the songs, and we've done them so many times. We just know the keys.
You can't make a pitch pipe look cool.
It's never cool.
It's really important
It
to
is
have,
what
but
it
it's
is.
so hard
Yeah.
to make look cool when you turn it.
I got 2 words for you: Duck Dynasty. Okay. They're doing really well.
They sure
You know,
are.
little-
If we grew long beards, maybe it would look cooler.
Yeah, you come out with the little duck thing. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, same. They made a lot of money with the. Is that true or is
They
that make
did.
believe?
No, it's
No,
true.
they're legit.
That's
they're legit.
Really, that little.
Yeah.
They made the money from the little ducky noise.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a multi-million-dollar business and hugely successful. And
Lot
now
of-
their show is incredibly
lot
successful.
of
Well, I know
out
the
there.
show is big, but I was wondering if it was
No,
like a
it's
make
legit.
believe.
It's a real.
No,
it's a real
it's totally.
business.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, there it is, a
Wow.
pitch pipe. I wonder if a pitch pipe might attract ducks or something.
There's only one way to find out.
Then we need to
But
bring
do you
the
have
pitch pipe
speak?
back.
All right, so do you have perfect pitch? Can you just sound? Can
Jeff's
you
got
give me
pretty-
a C?
We
Jeff
have,
pitch.
we have,
Who's got
we
the
have
perfect
relative pitch? Perfect pitch is if I don't know keys. If someone could tell me B flat, I don't know what that is. But if someone tells me a song that's in B flat, I'm pretty close. But
Okay.
See,
it's a
Jeff, he gives
relative
us the
pitch.
key, but none of the rest of us have any kind of pitch. So
These guys,
we don't know if he's lying or
These
telling
guys
the
all
truth.
have really good pitch. We have
Perfect
relative
pitch is you can hear a tea kettle and know what note
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing.
It is. I mean, there are certain people that are just blessed with that. Like, they come out of the womb and they can do that.
Yeah.
And there are people that literally, we sing our entire lives and we're like, man, just struggle for that. But what the great thing about us is that we've been able to regardless of what note we start on, we know how to blend with each other. That's kind of how we started figuring out a cappella and figuring out what sounded good with us. And that was honestly the first thing that came back when we started singing together again. It took whatever it was, 12 years off, and we just started singing a cappella again. And just, luckily for us, our blend and our sound came back quickly.
Usually in the morning, we're going to start in a lower key.
Hey, that's what we do. We'd keep it low.
You guys don't have headphones, or otherwise I would test you for this. What key is that? The hardest thing?
I don't know.
That's the key
the songs in.
That's the key of a hit right there.
That's the key of hits.
I think it's E or something.
How many of these did you sell? Do they still sell?
Number 2.
Do you check iTunes? I bet you do. You check iTunes to see how many you downloaded after you've been to a town?
We haven't done that.
We haven't.
We've gotten, obviously
somebody in your somebody is.
Yeah, well,
somebody
hope so.
Some accountant of yours, somebody somewhere.
He's probably not saying anything.
And that's the truth.
There's that management thing.
But when you do know when you go back to on the road that the songs sell again. I mean, you know that.
Yeah, and obviously we have a new record out, so that's that we obviously get sales numbers on that. But like hardest thing, we
still selling. Still selling.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
What year was that?
Was that 99?
I think it just entered the top 10 again as a result of the.
Is that true?
We were on the Today Show.
No, we made that up.
A little spike.
He made that up. No, but that's cool. I mean, if you're like a guy like Billy Joel or somebody, those catalogs sell for eternity. Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned Billy Joel. The last 2 cities I've seen banners in the arenas that say Billy Joel. Last tour sold 8 shows
9 straight
out in a row.
Shows.
I mean
that's hurtful.
This is the second
you don't
city.
need to see that. That's
incredible.
That's not fair. You don't want to. You shouldn't compare.
It's like, you're feeling good about yourself. Well, suck on this.
Exactly. Real quick. You sold out a show. Well, yeah. Well,
do you know what the
how about Taylor Swift? You don't want to follow Taylor Swift to a town.
No.
75 straight nights.
The hardest thing, that's the cool thing about this tour too, is like all these songs, our songs, Boys to Men songs, New Kids songs, they all take the audience back to a moment in time.
Where we wish we still were.
This was 9th grade. This was, so it's a cool.
It was happening in here before you walked in.
You reminisce.
Did you meet Kendra outside? Right, she's right behind you. Kendra was like all crying. That's my house. Look at her.
Yeah, high school.
She was very cool.
Do you know that she was
all business.
She lost something to one of your songs. We don't really need to go into any detail.
You lost your dog?
We're glad we can facilitate something like that.
Yeah, I can see her through the gut. I just made that up, and then I look at her and I think it was true. Dear, that was a little uncomfortable.
Wow.
All right, guys, listen, thank you guys for coming to visit us. Have a great show tonight.
Appreciate it so much.
Give our best to Donnie and Joey and everybody.
We'll do.
We'll do for sure.
And we're not pushing the show; it's sold out.
Yep.
I mean, too bad.
But thanks for giving us the love and inviting us in here. You guys have been great to us for a long, long time. In fact, I think you guys were one of the first people that played our first song, "Invisible Man," and we're thankful for that and for having us in here again.
And I gotta say, big shout out to the city of Boston in general.
Yep.
I mean, the crowd's been phenomenal. And last Sunday, actually, they hosted us at Fenway, showed us the best time ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an
I forgot about that.
experience.
How cool is that?
So everyone here in this city is amazing. The hospitality is fantastic. We really,
it's
really
a good
enjoy
town.
being here.
Yeah, we like living here. It's a good
awesome.
town, and you guys have a great show tonight. And come visit us again next time you're in town.
Sounds great.
Thank you,
Thanks, guys.